Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life on the Couch. My name is Lisa, and you are currently looking at our hotel room. We are a family of three, and we have moved out of our house and we're waiting for an apartment. And we are living in I think this room is like 300 square feet, 290 square feet, something like that. In outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, where we are moving. And so I wanted to do a series of what it's like living with three people, two adults and a 14-year-old, and two cats in a room that is about the size of a large master bedroom. So it is a mess, and we just cleaned it up yesterday, and it's a mess again because there's nowhere to put anything, because there's no storage. Our food, I'm going to try to zoom in so y'all can see. This is where we store our food. The refrigerator doesn't work very well. It keeps things chilly, but not cold, so we can't put a lot in there. The freezer is tiny, like it will fit 3 little pints of ice cream, and that is about it. So we can't put any frozen food in there. The microwave works, thankfully. So we have, I don't know if you saw down there, Chef Boyardee and ramen and chips, crackers. And that's about it right now. We need to go to the grocery store and buy some more stuff, but I don't really know what to buy because I'll probably buy some soups and stuff, but we can't really cook. My plan was to bring the Instant Pot, but there's so little room in here, and Zoe has the main TV from our house, so she can play GTA. And don't come at me for letting a 14-year-old play GTA.
Just off a 12-year-old plays it. So.
I see no problem with it. She's not going to go out and steal cars when she's 16, so I'm not worried about it.
Oh, that's a pretty good call.
We are right off of I-81. No, we're not. We're off of I-40, sorry.
I-40 East.
I-40 East. I probably really don't need to be telling people where we are, but that's okay. You don't know where we are. And nobody's going to come after us anyway, and if you do, I'll shoot you, so... There's that. Anyway, we are chilling in our little one room. It's not bad here. The beds are actually pretty comfortable. We stayed at the Oyo Hotel. Used to be a very nice hotel on Cedar Bluff. If you know anything about Knoxville, that's headed towards West Knoxville. And used to be a very nice hotel. Not very nice, but a nice hotel with an indoor pool and a slide. And
It just had a lot of stuff.
it had a splash pad, and it had a hot tub. Well, they've taken all of that out now. And then they replaced it with dead palmetto bugs. So, yeah, that was fun. There was a huge, I'm talking this big, palmetto bug in the bathroom where we stayed. We only stayed there one night, mainly because we wanted to stay somewhere with a pool, so that gives Zoe and me something to do during the day. Later on, I will do a tour. The housekeeping is out right now, and I don't want to get them on camera. You know, they may not want to. Oh my God, I don't know what that is on TV, but it is adorable. We're watching Animal Planet. We have Dish Network, or I think it's Dish Network because they keep showing Dish Network commercials, so I'm assuming it's Dish Network. But anyway, sorry I'm kind of all over the place. This was not scripted. This was not planned. I had forgotten that I was going to do this until I went to take a picture of Zoe and remembered that this was what I wanted to do since we're stuck in a hotel. Oh yeah, we do have some suddenly salad and some mac and cheese and some Parmesan.
Stop hitting my feet, please.
And
It's very annoying.
we may go to the storage building. We did rent a storage unit, just so we didn't have to bring everything here, and it was stuff that we don't need here.
Stuff to our guild.
And yeah, we would have absolutely no room to move. Brian did buy me this beautiful, you can't really see it because it's covered in stuff right now, this beautiful quilt that is yellow flowers with gray leaves and Eiffel Towers and black vines and stuff. It's very, very pretty. I'll take a picture later and post it. But yeah, so this is what it's like right now in a one-room hotel, motel, whatever. It's a fairly nice motel. I had a little bit of a run-in with the owner yesterday, but it's all good. I mean, he's a little rude, but and this is no offense to East Indian people, like people from India and Pakistan in that area. This is not meant to be an insult to them. Actually, I think it's a cultural thing. They tend to be the people that I've dealt with who are owners of businesses like convenience stores and motels, tend to be a little aggressive. And I think that's a culture thing. I think that probably because there's like 1 billion people, I don't know how many people live in India, but it's a lot. I think you kind of have to be aggressive living in countries where there's tons and tons of people. My experience has been that they tend to be more aggressive than I think Americans are used to. And for me, when someone's aggressive with me, I immediately become defensive. And so I got a little defensive with him. He was right about what he was saying, but it wasn't the message, it was the delivery. So we know where that term "don't shoot the messenger" comes from, because the message was fine. It was the way it was delivered was a little more aggressive than I'm comfortable with, and a little more aggressive than I'm comfortable with and appreciate. And so, yeah. I mean, it was nothing bad. There was a sheet that got kind of nasty. And I mean, it is what it is, and we're going to have to pay for it. But we did pay a deposit, so it's okay. But then he asked when we were leaving. So hopefully, I'm praying that on Friday they will let us renew for another week, because I really don't want to have to move everything. That would be a pain in the butt. This has been a not easy move, and we're still not done at the old house yet. For those who don't know, I think I've touched on it a little bit on here, but I will explain our situation. So, our situation is this. In August of last year, August of 2022,
I don't want to shake this back and move it.
you're fine. We sold the house that we lived in. It was a single wide trailer, mobile home, whatever, on an acre of land, little over an acre. And we loved it, but it needed work. It needed more work than we were willing to put into it at the time. And also, we had a friend who had given us some potatoes, and in those potatoes were some roaches. And we didn't realize it until he had given us 2 bags of potatoes. We used 1 bag, and then in the other bag there were roaches, and we didn't realize it until we went to use them, and the roaches came out, and then there were roaches. And before we could even blink twice, our house was infested. So, our house had lots of vegetation around it. We had ivy in the front. We had trees in the front. We had a willow tree right at the front window, at the kitchen window. So there was a lot of places that they could live, and hide and find food. And we had the opportunity to sell, and we were tired of the area we were in.
I wasn't.
And well, my husband and I were tired of the area we were in. We wanted something new. And so we decided that we would move to a different town. We moved from Bulls Gap, Tennessee to Morristown, Tennessee. We bought a brand new trailer, brand new mobile home in a mobile home park. Very nice mobile home park. Well, I shouldn't say very nice. I'm sure they're nicer. But this was a nice mobile home park. It was not run down. The management company for the mobile home park made sure that people kept their yards up, kept their grass cut. There weren't drug dealers that we know of. I'm sure there were, but
I know too.
oh well. Okay, I stand corrected. There were two that Zoe knows of.
My friend's dad and my friend's dad's friend,
Which friend's dad?
Michaela.
Oh, well, I knew that.
That's why he's in jail.
Yeah. But for the most part, they kept it very clean. I would highly recommend if you want to move to Morristown and you're looking for a mobile home, there's one sitting empty that will be completely empty as of Saturday. It's our old place. It's very nice. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, split floor plan. And it's 927 square feet, I think it is. But anyway, so if anyone's interested, let me know. Hit me up. But anyway, we sold our old house in August, and we signed for the new house in October, on October 7th of 2022. And then we moved in on December 8th of 2022. In between the time that we signed the contract and the time that we moved in, my husband had an injury at work and tore the labrum in his right shoulder, and went on workman's comp, which was an entirely huge mess. The way that my husband was paid prior to going on workman's comp was he was paid by the load. So he would make about $225 a day, something like that. We went down, so he was bringing home about $1,100 a week. When he went on workman's comp, he went down to bringing home, including workman's comp, about $800 a week. And I lost my job around the same time. So, we went from being able to afford this new home, no problem, to struggling to pay all the bills every week. By the way, that $800 was pre-tax, or before taxes. So that's not what he was bringing home. He was bringing home about $600 a week, which was not enough to pay all the bills that we had. We had the mortgage payment, we had the lot rent, we had car payment, we had lights, internet, food, that kind of thing. So anyway, we got further and further behind on the mortgage, and they eventually decided to foreclose or repossess or whatever they're going to do. At the same time, we got behind on the lot rent. So as of yesterday afternoon, they could take out the writ of possession, which is the eviction, the order for eviction. And, yeah. And thankfully, the property manager is letting us have until Saturday, because we're supposed to have some really bad weather the next 2 or 3 days. And also, we need my husband's help to move everything. So, anyway, long story short, we are being foreclosed on. And so, before that could happen, and before we get evicted, we moved so that that would not go on our record, so that we can rent an apartment when we are ready to move from here. So in the meantime, he took a job with a new company. He ended up not having surgery on his shoulder, even though we felt he needed to, and the doctor felt he needed to. The the insurance company for workman's comp decided that he didn't need surgery, and actually he's doing really well, so maybe they were right at the time. I think probably he will need surgery eventually, but we will do that on our own dime instead of trying to rely on workman's comp for that. And so that is why we are in an extended stay hotel. Like I said, my husband took a new job, pays much more money than he was making even before he went on workman's comp. So definitely more than what he was making on workman's comp. And we should be able to leave the hotel, I'm hoping, in 2 more weeks. But it may be 3. But I'm wanting to not stay here any longer than a month. Maybe 6 weeks at the longest. So that we're here mainly so we can save up the money to get an apartment with all the first and last month's rent, and put that in a trash bag or a Walmart bag or something. We're wanting to stay here to save up the money for the first and last month's rent and all the deposits on the utilities that we're going to need and all of that. So that is why we are in an extended stay hotel. So from after this video, sorry it's so loud. There's the cat's playing with a bag and Zoe's trying to bag up a bag of trash. Oh, and she wanted me to show you her new book bag. This is it. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. I'm so proud of her. She bought something pretty and girly. She's not a girly girl. But that's her new book bag. So we are getting her ready for school. She will probably homeschool for the first 2 or 3 weeks, just because we don't know where we're going to get an apartment. We have a few ideas, but we don't know of their availability right now. And so that is why because school starts in like 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. August 6th, I think, is the first day of school. Some schools actually around here have already started. They went back Saturday, good grief, Monday. But anyway, so that is us in a nutshell right now. I will show what it's like trying to cook dinner and just get along and live together in a 300 square foot room. It's different, I will say that. But it's not been bad so far, knock on wood. Thank goodness. It's not been too bad. And so that is it for now. I hope y'all have an awesome day. Whatever you are doing today, do it well and do it to the best of your ability. And have fun and be good to each other. We love you and we'll see you soon. Adios.